What is the easiest way to make $1 million? Pick up any construction trade with high demand: roofing, carpentry, excavating, concrete, and plumbing. Go work there at entry-level position for 6 months. Work your way up in 2 years to crew leader. You will make at least $100,000 as a good foreman. Then open your own company. Start with small weekend orders. Do a good job. Don't charge too much. Be on time and always pick up a phone and work 50 hours a week. In 2 to 3 years, you will make $200 to $300K per year. So in 5 years, you will have your $1 million and good business. Source: I did it myself. Figure out how to make $1 on the internet, then write a program to repeat that over and over. One famous example of this is arbitrage for books and goods. Write a program that takes a bunch of products from one site, like Amazon, and lists them on another, like eBay, for $1 more, and set up your program to fill the orders from the second site using the first site. Congratulations, you just middlemanned your way into lots of money. It's called capitalism, baby. The easiest way to make 1 million is to deposit 5,000 into a S&P 500 index fund and contribute 5,000 a year for the next 30 years, assuming historical interest rate. This is why literally any retirement plan, no matter how little you plan to contribute, will be life-changing once you retire. This is why compound interest is the most powerful force in the world. Since this got way too big, disclaimer: this is not financial advice. Principal, interest rates, and results may vary. Investing always comes with inherent risk. Do your own research before investing. Do some freelance work. Earn your reputation. Hire a bunch of interns and make them do your projects. Give them stipends and certificate. Scale it up. Voila, 3 to 4 down the lane, you've earned $1 million. Honestly, the quickest and more reliable way to do it for a normal person would be to throw every single penny you can into index funds, S&P 500, Roth IRAs, and your employer matched 401k if you're lucky enough to have one. While even that's a gamble, it's the quickest and most reliable way to do it. Also, networking is the way to go if you want to earn it faster. You have to be surrounded by people who have done it, and they all can provide you with opportunities to capitalize on. I have friends who schmooze with the right people and make things happen. It's weird the personality you need for that. It's a mix of always being on, having the right amount of aggression, and a firm understanding that those people aren't really your friends, but you have to act like they are, for as long as you plan to be well connected. The super successful people I know don't only have a few friends, they have tons of friends that require constant tending to in superficial ways, sort of like tending to a garden. That makes them sound sort of slimy, and many are, but many aren't. They just know the game. I've never fully tried this, but I've never had great luck forming relationships with wealthy and well-connected people for networking purposes. It's like I give off a pheromone where they know I shop for clothes at Marshall's and use coupons. 95% of these answers are jokes, but I'll answer seriously by saying what's worked for me. In case anyone's looking for a serious answer, people suggest that you find something that you enjoy, something that you're good at, and something that you can make money from. That's a good vocational target. If you pick a growing digital industry, then you become an expert relatively quickly, then build a business around it. Digital businesses are great because they can scale so much easier than physical product businesses. For example, an app can be distributed to 1 million people in an afternoon, whereas a gadget needs a sales and distribution network. Plus, you need to find the cash to manufacture it before you sell it. AI and blockchain are examples of growing digital sectors. Most big digital businesses have a mergers and acquisitions department that are on the lookout for businesses they could acquire to expand their offering and generate more revenue. The price they pay for a business varies, but 4 times revenue, not profit, is about right. If you're able to consistently show $250,000 per year in revenue, or even the promise of decent revenue, then it's not too hard to get to a $1 million valuation. Also, compound interest. Some advice: the market doesn't care about your passions. The market determines your value. Find the $1 million problems and get a solution for them. You will be paid accordingly. Invent your own currency and also name it dollars. Set the exchange rate as $1 equals $1 million new dollar. Get $1 and convert. Did you just describe crypto? I made my money the old-fashioned way. I got run over by a Lexus. Once I read somewhere, you gotta find a way, doesn't matter what, to get $5 from people. Once you accomplish that, and you hit a milestone of 1,000, hire a guy to do the exact same thing, but give him $5 per hour and keep it going. The way I spotted it was that I knew I loved pressure washing my sidewalk and patios. I've got great neighbors who knew I was out of work, so they gave me $200 to do their driveway and sidewalk. After we were known in the neighborhood of having a clean exterior, I got to more houses interested, and it grew from there. I then posted in next door and got more business. Best advice I can give is find something that's valuable and you enjoy, and then never say no. I was doing a bit of weeding and mulch work and mowing some lawns. Basically hustling for anything others wanted. It was hard work for what I got, but it kept me busy and not depressed at home slogging through applications for work at Home Depot. Write a book entitled How to Make $1 Million and sell it for $1 million. People buy blank canvas for millions. Why not this? This is a decent point. The average citizen is convinced self-help books will fix all of their problems. Write how to become a millionaire and you'll become one. Following the steps will not. Most motivational speakers who were rich didn't accumulate the majority of their wealth off their previous businesses. They did it off their how to become a millionaire media content and seminars. I have very little respect for Tim Ferriss and Gary Vee because they made a modest fortune from their previous endeavors, but act as if 95% or more of their wealth wasn't accumulated from just hyping people up and telling them they can do it too, while providing no real roadmap of how to do it too. And honestly, they had a product that was slightly ahead of the curve and were one of the ones to hit the market before it became overcrowded. They made good money, but didn't have slam dunk businesses where they could live the lifestyles they do now by any means. They both would still need jobs or businesses today, because their previous businesses already have become unprofitable. It sounds like I'm hating, but I just do not like when I think people are being taken advantage of, and that's what I think Tim Ferriss and Gary Vee does. And Gary Vee does it with such arrogance. He has a very punchable face and personality. Not the easiest way, but a very achievable way. For a lot of people, get passionate about a well-paying job, study it and become good at it. Examples: programming or sales. Save as much as you can. Live below your means. Invest your money in index funds. Learn how to be efficient with taxes. Examples: TFSA and RRSP in Canada. Always be learning. Read books about investing. And your job. I started my journey 8 years ago with $0. I hit a net worth of $400,000 this month. I expect to be a millionaire in 7 years. If you're European, collect 2 million plastic bottles. Edit. My brain converts every currency to HK because of where I'm from. So the answer works if you look at it that way. You get 50 lipas for every bottle in Croatia. Comes to 8 cents a bottle. You collect 2 million bottles. You get 1 million kunas. I can't do math to save my life, so you'll have to calculate the rest yourself and convert to dollars, unfortunately. Honestly, one of the easiest ways is knowing how to invest in a market crash. A good amount of people absolutely became millionaires last year with stocks. It does take a little bit of luck as well, but it's doable. While others panic sell, you discount buy, but only at your own risk. Stop spending money you don't have to spend. Buy used where you can. Learn how to fix things instead of paying someone to do it for you. Look at how much you're spending and see where you can easily trim it down. If you want a serious answer, go get a degree in computer science. Work your hardest to get top marks. Typical starting salaries at the biggest tech companies are hitting around $150,000 per year for new grads. It only goes up from there. By 5 years in, $300,000 per year total comp is entirely attainable. Then live frugally, way below your means. Many of these companies are currently moving to entirely remote jobs, so you can live anywhere. Live somewhere cheap. Don't pick up any expensive habits, like drugs. Marry someone even more frugal than you. 4-year degree, 8 years working. Yeah, you could have $1 million in your bank account in under 12 years. The easiest way to make $1 million, if you completely lack scruples but want to work within boundaries of law, is to establish your religious sect. People are very eager to believe the most outrageous things and will readily expand their chosen religious leaders' financial fortunes. Not to mention that your religious sect would be exempted from paying taxes, and nobody will ask you to show how you spend money from the sheep of the flock. Open a separate bank account. Plenty of free accounts exist. Send at least 10% of your paycheck into this account via direct deposit. Open a free online brokerage account, or get started with a mutual fund account. Transfer everything from your new direct deposit account straight into your new investment account. Every time you get paid, put all money from this account into an S&P 500 index fund mutual fund or an S&P 500 index fund ETF. Invest every pay period. It doesn't matter if the market is up, down, or sideways. With time, increase these regular contributions from 10% to a higher level, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, etc. Whatever you can contribute. The key is to spend as little money as possible, in general, and contribute as much as possible to this investment account. When you have enough for a down payment, purchase a single-family home. Down payments don't have to be 20% of the purchase price. They can be as low as 3.5% or 5%. Use an online loan calculator to determine which size loan you can afford based on 40% of your gross income. Either occupy this home to stop paying rent, or rent this out at a price that covers your payments, taxes, insurance, PMI. Use a property management company to do all of the work. This will cost 10% of the monthly income. Keep saving in your investment account. If your house appreciates in value, consider a cash-out refinance to afford a down payment on another house, duplex, fourplex, etc. Repeat this cycle. Never stop investing in your index funds. Continue purchasing property and snowballing your net worth upwards. This is the key to getting rich. It's a gradual process. The hardest part, which takes the longest, will be saving up for your down payments. Getting rich slow is a deliberate, reliable process. Getting rich quick is more of an urban legend than anything else. Tell in the comments about the ways to earn $1 million that you know. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next videos.